G'day Lockie, hello again Trev, and hello to everyone tuning in to 5RM of Riverland football. Can't wait to get it underway down here. Both teams on the ground, 3 teams on the ground, Lockie. Waikerie Magpies, Berri Demons and the green team, the Umps.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at the teams now, both going to the middle of the field to do the coin toss. We see the captain, Tim Bevan for the Waikerie Magpies, he's in
And Shay Hawkins from the Demons. So interesting for us to actually see the toss for a change, Lockie.
Yeah, I mean, we generally miss it, but today we seem to be all good. So,
Demons winning it. Shay Hawkins deciding to kick to the river end of the Waikerie Oval, which is good. He runs back to the team. Hey, looking at the teams, Lockie, we haven't seen Berri this year in person, and but we have seen Waikerie. Saw him last week, and a couple of outs for Waikerie. Wood, Liebeck and Braun all missing. Coming in to replace them, Taryn Brock, Lockie Nitschke and Samuel Hannaford. And I think Berri are virtually unchanged from what I can gather.
yeah, from what I can pick up, two very unchanged from the last week side. We've got the first win for the season. Siren to so the teams have only got a few minutes to go. Yeah, the team very side unchanged from last week. That win was good.
Yeah, it was. And look, I've got a bit of a theory about today's game, Lockie. I'm wondering if the side that starts the best...
out what last weekend was for Riverland football. It was a great day, and I mean, we were at Renmark.
Yep.
And we saw an interesting contest.
Yeah, and you know what football's like, a little bit of confidence. Demons getting their first win for the season at home against the Loxton North Panthers, who had beaten Loxton the week before, and Loxton came out and beat the undefeated Barmera Monash Roos. So as you text me this morning while I was on the radio, most interesting year in a decade of Riverland football, and I think you're right, mate.
Well, I think it is, and just breaking new ground here today at 5RM Riverland football. In the 5 years we've been back broadcasting 5RM football, Nobby, this is the first time we have done a Waikerie Berri clash.
Is that right?
So there you go. Went through the archives, and today is the day. So looking forward to it. A big quarter about to get underway here at Waikerie this afternoon. Of course, updates of the other games as always. Looking forward to getting those scores coming through. Umpires ready, and we are about to get underway.
Yeah, and I can't wait for some McDonald's Renmark 5RM football to start today.
Absolutely. Umpire Kasolki to get things underway, and here we are, round 5 underway. Burgermeister jumped early for Waikerie, bounces again in the middle. Waikerie managed to pick it up and bring it out towards the broadcast wing, still somewhat inboard. All bounces back inside the attacking 50, taken to ground. We'll have a ball up.
Lockie, I heard some of the Berri players speaking before they went on today as I went past, and they were saying they were a bit tentative last week at the footy, but they're not today. That was a fair attack on the ball. Up it goes again. No one can get it out of that pack. Knocked out by a Berri player, but only as far as another pack. Stacks on the middle. Umpire Kasolki will ball it up again. Up it goes. Burgermeister in front, but Brodie Thompson reaching over the top gets it out of the pack. Waikerie player onto it, but can't get clear of the pack. Here we go. That was Corey Daniels shooting that out to a teammate, which I reckon was Heusler trying to run off half back. Back it comes. In goes Tim Bevan. You know, he's not tentative at the football ever.
Berri take it back inboard. They're attacking 50. It was Spenceley from Waikerie that was tackled. Berri wheel around. The 27 of Brodie Thompson gives it a big 9-iron. Get under that. Tyson Lindsay, the target, hunting the footy. Manages to get a handball back with it. Kicks to the pocket. Intercept from Waikerie somewhat. Now Berri back with the footy again.
Regan Kruger with that one, Lockie, and he's put it through, yes. A goal for Berri. As I said, they were looking to not start tentatively, and they haven't. They've started very directly. Thompson getting a fair bit of the ball early. Lovely little kick from Lindsay, who went back in and managed to get that ball over the pack to Regan Kruger, and that's a good solid goal. And I noted, Lockie, in that phase of play, that Jake Spenceley, who we've seen sort of set play up from half back for Waikerie, he was being minded pretty closely.
Yeah, interesting there. So Berri take the first blow on the Berri Better scoreboard, the first goal of the day, and a good team effort, and you'd say reward for effort.
Yeah, and I think they are going with a slight wind. I reckon the breeze is favouring the river end, but more across ground than end to end. Up it goes again. Up goes Andre Hunyadi, gets first hand on it for Berri, comes out of the pack, cut the chain of handballs. Ball moved forward by Jordan Marr, deep into the Berri forward line. Mark taken.
Yeah, good mark for Tyson Lindsay. Knew where the footy was going and just taking his time here, Nobby Norton, and I think he might fancy himself for a goal.
He kicked a few last week. He's a quality footballer as a young fella. Had a couple of years off and returns to the Demons lineup, and probably maybe the recruit of the year alongside Brodie Thompson, also returning to the Demons.
So kicking from a fair angle, you'd say 45 plus GST.
I don't think the distance will trouble him. He's on his left foot. No, right foot. Here we go. Pokes it up there. Ooh, umpire sticks McKinnon, moves to the left and signals one behind. Takes Berri to 1 goal, 7 points. Leading Waikerie yet to score on the Berri Better scoreboard.
Just looking at some of the matchups as we call this one back in. Spenceley for Waikerie brings it back inboard and finds Burgermeister Brad. Gets a handball on quickly to Truscott. Looked for Jack Burgermeister, but now it's intercepted. And the Berri Demons go on the attack again.
Lovely kick
inside
forward
50,
Benson.
and there's Lindsay again. Great kicking board. As you mentioned there, Nobby Norton.
Yeah.
Benson with the lovely spot-up kick.
Yeah, it was, and Lindsay on the move too. I noticed Spenceley got a touch then, brought the ball the wide side for Waikerie to get out of defence, but they were going the long way, and Berri had the middle of the ground blocked up. As soon as they got hold of it, Hawkins made the contested footy, got it back in the middle and had teammates to give it to. Lindsay with a shot at goal here, second shot at goal for the quarter.
Kicking from the left pocket.
No trouble this time, Lockie. That one's straight through, and that takes Berri to 2 goals, 13, out to a very early lead against the Magpies, yet to find the scoreboard, yet to get it in their forward half.
Could be a day for the Demons. It's only early yet, but as you say, scoreboard pressure is crucial in Riverland football, and we saw that last week. The Demons with the early blow. Waikerie Magpies never can write them off, and especially this early in the game, less than 5 minutes played. Haven't quite thrown the magnets around just yet.
I'm trying to pick up some of the matchups and see who's on Lindsay. Lindsay's gone all the way back to the goal square, and I think Thomas Truscott's on him, Lockie, or I can't quite tell. And I'm looking at Spenceley up here at half back, who in the quarterback role for Waikerie, but he seems to be manned up here by Regan Kruger, who's already kicked a goal.
Yep, that is Tom Truscott lining up on Lindsay. Back to the middle. No ruckman able to get their hands on it. Hunyadi had a couple of bites at it, a bit of a volleyball effort. But it's Marr for Berri that gets a loose handball out, finds Benson through traffic like a cab driver in New York City.
Playing okay, Benson.
Langford for Berri to the top of the 50. Waikerie, a bit of friendly fire, but they managed to take a solid intercept mark. Jared B.
Yeah, he looks up. Not much on offer at the moment. Berri manning up well behind the footy. Yeah, they go out wide to the other side this time, looking for Ryan Shaw, but he can't take possession. Berri play with the ball. Chain of handballs. Out it comes again towards the Berri goals. On centre wing, it'll be a ball up. In goes umpire Kosaki, said, I'll have it, fellas. I'm going to ball this one up on the wing, far side of the ground from us. Good start from the Demons.
Good tap from Burgermeister, but it went straight to the Demons, and it's going to be a free kick. A little bit high from Brad Truscott there.
They're winning the contest, aren't they? Around the ball, looking to move it forward as quickly as they can. That time I reckon it was Hawkins overshoots his player. Geeman couldn't quite bring it in. No, it's not Geeman, it's Ben's.
That was Hannaford.
He
gets a boot on it, but it's going to go out of bounds on the full. That's going to be a free kick to the Demons. 80 around from goal.
Patrick Minchella to bring the ball back into play for the Demons.
They lead by 13. Waikerie yet to score. Little spot-up kick. Looked a little bit fancy off the boot. Hit the deck. Spenceley for Waikerie, a class player off half-back. Just kicks it as long as he can. Looking for
King is right up the ground too.
It's going to be Berri that beat him for pace and get their hands on it first. Inboard kick. Finds Holtham. That's Archie.
Gee, they're using the ball well, the Demons, aren't they?
And another spot-up kick. It's missed a lot, but Benson having an absolute ripping game so far. Sells a bit of candy. Gets a handball out to Hunyadi. Hunyadi had a couple of bites at it, but then gets a kick on it. Finds Lindsay inside 50. And I tell you what, he's looking dangerous at this early stage.
I think I'm waiting to see the runner either go out to the Waikerie defender or someone out there. Look, you've got to make moves. I know Lindsay's he's only kicked the one goal so far, but this will be his third shot at goal.
Yeah, and less than 10 minutes played, first quarter.
And he's commanded the footy. Here he goes. 45 degrees out, about 40 metres out. Steers it towards the goal. Misses to the right this time. Takes Berri to 2 goals, 2-14. Waikerie yet to get the ball inside their forward 50.
Danger signs, maybe not just yet, but it wouldn't be too far away before Waikerie going to have to mix some things up. It's going to be Spenceley that brings it back inboard. Looks dangerous kick, but manages to find
Timmy Bevan, I reckon, Lockie, and he steers it up the middle. Miller, was it?
Up in the middle, and it's gone direct to the Demons, and that's Grieger.
Space out
Looks
wide.
for Rosenzweig. He couldn't get a hand on it. Gets his loose hands out to Grieger. Umpire's called a throw.
Well, a bit of bad luck there as Hunyadi took the ball and was heading towards their goals up the river end. Hunyadi started well too in the big man department. Burgermeister maybe hasn't had an opposition like this for a while. Oh, nice mark at half-back by the Berri Demon captain, Shay Hawkins. Looks up, checks it wide to a teammate. They're moving the ball quickly.
That's Grieger. Back from Sedan Cambrai.
Out to Rosenzweig on the wing. Easy to pick, Lockie. He's got a very short haircut.
5RM Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. 2 true. Good controlled possession here.
Michael McRae. Haven't seen him before, Lockie, but he was on the move there and took a nice mark in front of his face.
Couple of games for the Demons this year. I saw this morning. Kicks it inside 50. Looks for Ma. Can he get a tackle? That's a great tackle. Umpire says play on.
Gave him plenty of time to get rid of it.
Now Tristan Geeman gets a foot on it.
Oh, lovely kick from Geeman out to half-back. His teammate takes the mark, looks to centre it across, finds... Was that Turner across the middle?
Truscott. It
Truscott.
was Shaw with the kick to Truscott. Truscott spots it up back, finds Heusler on the far wing here at Waikerie. Looks inboard slightly, still not in 50.
Finds Jack Burgermeister at half 40, dishes it out, gets straight on with it, looking for King up forward, but cut out, and the mark taken in front of him by Evan Penaluma. That's going to be a duel today, Lockie. Penaluma on King.
Absolutely. One of the key defenders of the RFL on one of the key forwards. Looking forward to it. Berri bring it broadcast wing. Mark Pade.
Pushing the back there. Jordan DeMott will get up for the Demons and take the free kick. Handball straight away. They're getting on with it at every opportunity. Handball to Regan Kruger, who shoots it high into the forward lines. Clears the pack. Out the back is... that's Callum Lloyd. Tries to get hold of it. Holding the man without the football. Waikerie free kick at half-back going to Taryn Bock.
So 14 points the margin. Waikerie yet to score. Bring it wide to Miller, broadcast wing.
They're going the long way around though, aren't they?
Looking for a target at half forward. That's going to be maybe their Achilles heel today.
Yep.
Back to Spenceley. He looks back in border. Right, they've got a bit of space now. There's Tom Truscott through the middle of the ground. A handball over the top. Looks for Shaw. Shaw has to back turn and finds Truscott again. It's a small kick.
That'll be play on. That didn't go far enough.
Benny Smith, that's holding the ball.
Yeah.
He was given the footy in a dangerous spot. Oh, Matty Benson was being a bit cheeky there and tried to get a kick away.
Tried to get on with it. Another kick. I don't know who that is, Lockie. That's not in their budget.
Geordie Franks.
Geordie is
from 50.
Holy dolly.
Oh, marks in the square nearly.
That's Murrayville Premiership player Geordie Franks. Not in the 52, but wearing the 45.
Bit of a change of numbers. It must have been a late change. Maybe he ripped a Guernsey in the first 5 minutes. We wouldn't know.
What, Incredible Hulk style, putting it on.
Spenceley, who's working hard on half-back. He's got a free kick, holding the man. It was there. Spenceley gets it on quickly to a contest. Burgermeister jacked the target, but unable to get it. Takes it to ground. And if they get a ball up, they're probably broken even.
Gee, the tackling's been good by the Demons. They put Waikerie under pressure on the loose ball, and they have not come out tentatively at all.
No, the Berri Demons mean business today. They got a sniff last week. So a ball up, still in the centre square, towards Berry's half forward, but Spenceley again knows where the ball's going to be.
He got it out quickly towards Geeman, but not directly to him. Geeman good enough to get back after it and get hold of it. Handballs to Ryan Shaw, looks across to Truscott, finds him in the middle of the ground. He chips it across to Ben Smith, who's exactly in the centre. Has a loose player out here on the forward flank. So goes to him straight away. And that looks like Brock again, is it? Or Corey Daniels it was. Goes forward.
Waikere's second inside 50 here for the game.
Hilton.
And they're going to get a free kick.
I reckon it's Cade Hilton getting up here. No, it's not Hilton with it. It's Ryan Turner's going to get the free kick. I'm a bit surprised they've left Hilton forward while they've been struggling in the middle.
Yeah, you would have thought the on-ball brigade might take precedence when you haven't had too many inside 50s, but maybe there's some method in the madness.
I suppose you've got to trust in the process, I think, Lockie, and leave him in places where Ryan Turner with a shot at goal here, going towards the town end, 40 metres out, and he makes... Ooh, just drifts
late.
off. Yeah, the breeze took that. That looked like it was going through the middle, and that's a point for first score for Waikerie. They go to 1 point, trailing Berri 2-2-14 on the Berri better scoreboard.
This is 5RM Riverland football on a Saturday afternoon. Where else would you rather be? So the Berri Demons has Grieger with the kick in, takes a bounce and gets it right to the centre of the ground.
Smith under it for
Great
Waikerie,
mark,
takes a great mark under pressure. Handballs up. Shoots the ball across towards Samuel Tranderfield.
And Tranderfield goes back inboard. A little kick inside 50. King the target. King marks it. And King will take a shot on goal, kicking it from all of 45 out on a slide angle.
Quality forward.
So King with a shot here.
He's a quality forward, isn't he, Lockie?
45. I probably shortchanged. This is going to be all of 50.
Quality forward. He hit that ball running and in his hands very cleanly. He'll have to go for the right-hand post as we're looking at it. He does. Ball coming back on the breeze. Ooh, too far back on the breeze. Goes past the left-hand post for a behind. Takes Waikerie to 2 points, trailing Berri 2-2-14 on the Berri better scoreboard.
How's this? Riverland footy right here at 5RM 91.5 FM, 801am and 5rm.com. Berri Demons to bring this ball back in.
Excellent game of contested football here, Lockie. Excellent game.
That's Grieger, who spent the last couple of seasons at Sedan Cambrai. Back to the Demons this year. Finds Hawkins down the line. Gets it over the top, and that's Minchella.
Lovely kick into the middle.
Finds Langford. Great spot.
Has a teammate streaming towards the goal. It's Rosenzweig, but he didn't push back off the mark enough to kick it over the man on the mark. Goes long and high towards the goal square. Lindsay muscles a few out the way. Through goes now. There we have the very better goal of the day to date. Kicked by Callan Lloyd. Couldn't pick it up. Fumbled it a bit and then hit it first time, and it's gone through. He volleyed it.
I like it. The third goal of the day goes to the Berri Demons. This is a ripping game of Riverland football. We spoke about the Mosquito fleet last year in Riverland football, and for the Berri Demons it was building. They had the 2 wins last year. We knew there was something there, and today we are seeing the fruits of their labour.
Yeah, look, they moved the ball very quickly into their forward lines, had players running. Rosenzweig took some players back into the forward pocket with him. Holtham couldn't get it to him. It was Langford, Adam Langford couldn't get it to him and put through in a high ball, and who should run onto it but Callan Lloyd. He couldn't quite handle it, but hit it first time as it bounced away from his hands.
I like it. Back in the middle it is. No, Ruckman missed it. Now, towards the Waikerie end it goes. Inside they're attacking 50. And who's going to get the free kick here? It's going to be King from Waikerie.
No, it's not King. He's a bit deeper.
It's not. Eyes are mistaken me.
Yeah, I reckon it might be Ryan Shaw.
It is too.
I thought there was... umpire was close. It was a good call. He was there. They're both sort of wrestling each other. He has a shot from goal. He'll kick this from about 48 directly in front. Doesn't make the distance. Ball falls short. Mark taken in the forward pocket by a Waikerie player. And this is Jack Burgermeister.
This is an important kick, if we've ever seen one in Riverland footy.
Now he's right on the boundary post, and a player trying to close him down. Safralides has come in trying to close him from running around, but he still has the 5 metres to run around. Around he goes, snaps the ball, misses the lot. Like he misses everything. Out of bounds on the full in the other forward pocket. Waikerie 2 points only, trailing Berri 3-2-20 on the Berri better scoreboard.
It is a windy afternoon here at Waikerie, and it could be maybe playing a little bit of havoc out there, particularly for Waikerie, but Berri Demons don't seem to mind the wind. Kick up to
lovely mark
left
taken.
half back, and a great mark from Minchella. That could be a mark of the day contender.
Yeah, under pressure mark. Using his height to his advantage. Looks up, can't find it. Goes short to Hawkins. Gee, that's barely 15. Takes the mark at half back for Berri.
So Hawkins on left half back. Getting some notes through. The scores might be a little bit low this afternoon around Riverland football. Will go around the grounds at quarter time. Inboard to Grieger, still at left half back for the Berri Demons.
We'll go back. You look back at Hawkins. Hawkins keeping Hilton accountable here. Here we go. Up the flank it goes. Over the back. Ball, loose ball to Regan Kruger. Proving a headache for Waikerie Magpies as he shoots the ball forward for Berri.
Well, Rosenzweig the target, but here's where the Berri Demons can hit it. They manage not to, though. It's Waikerie that clear it out, but hang on. We've got Jordan Demont chasing this one down, and the Demons, they're going to get a free kick here.
He was... Oh, he's paid it for a throw, is he?
Oh.
Incorrect disposal. I thought he got rid of it and then was held onto, but...
The way the umpire was indicating, I thought it may have been going the other way.
Waikerie drive the ball forward into half forward, but can't find a play. This time the free kick going to the Berri Demons, and it will go to Safralides just behind centre for the Demons. Looks up, chips it across into the middle. Umpire ducks down, and that is Adam Langford taking the mark right in the middle of the ground for Berri.
Langford takes it right, looking for Lindsay. Mark paid.
He's had plenty of it, hasn't
Probably
he?
had all of it there. It was dropped late, but I think it was on. So Lindsay, a lovely kick inside 50. It misses the pack. Chasing for the boundary line. They're running after it, and it's gone out of bounds.
Off hands, I think. That will be a... No, Waikerie free kick to be taken by Spenceley in the back pocket for the Waikerie Magpies.
So Waikerie Magpies, they trail by 18 at home. Inboard.
To Thomas Truscott this time. He looks up. Shoots it into Ben Smith, getting a fair bit of the ball in the middle of the ground, Smith. Looks up, chips it again, this time to the other Truscott, Lockie.
That's Brad. So Brad just on the edge of the centre square, drives it long, and looking for Brad Burgermeister, who was out in his own, the left forward flank. Still a long way from home. Tries to bring it to the top of the 50. Kate Hilton's got a bit of space. And we got Truscott running after it. They thumbled over each other. The ball's gone to ground, and Berri Demon defenders have done very well there to stop the run.
Demons captain Shay Hawkins, he's got the job on Hilton, on the current Willis medalist. He's marking him pretty tight.
So ball up. It was Turner that took it for the Magpies. Still inside their attacking 50. Shaw gets around one, gets around two, gets a wobbly old kick away. Geordie Franks for Berri, a long way from home, in defence, bombs it into the centre square. Now the Magpies, Lachlan Nitschke, kick inside 50, great intercept mark from Rosenzweig from the Berri Demons.
Rosenzweig gets straight on with it, goes for Lindsay up the wing, but can't get it to him. But the ball come off boot there and was taken. The mark was taken in the middle by Berri, who shoot it forward. This time at half back is Heusler for Waikerie, takes the mark, holds the Demons up.
Yeah, Matty Benson playing an absolute ripping game today for the Demons. Lindsay again now for Berri. Waikerie not able to hit a target. Rosenzweig has to kick it on quickly. Looks for a teammate, but intercept from Waikerie. Couple of quick handballs. Tristan Geeman gets a hurried kick up forward. Not inside 50 yet.
Yep, Safralides across with the spoil there out of the pack, but the ball goes forward. This time from Brad Burgermeister. It's a 9-9 into the forward lines.
Holtham gets a handball out the side. Berri trying to get this one clear. They do so. That's Holtham. Gets a kick away to the right half back of Grieger for the Berri Demons.
Yeah, nice play there. Nice play there by Lindsay. Couldn't take the mark, but put a hand on it. Unfortunately, he's given away a free kick, and it'll be Jared B who'll take this free kick for Waikerie between centre and the 50-metre forward line to drive the Magpies into attack.
So B drives long into the 50. It's going to a contest.
Whoa, there it is.
Is there a mark paid, or was that holding on? I reckon that might have been holding on.
I was about to pay that as the mark of the day to Cade Hilton, but the free kick has gone to number 11 for Waikerie.
That's King, that's 14.
King, is it? 14.
So King directly in front, kicking from 25 out. Is this Wakerie's first goal of the day? It is.
It is. He's kicked it. Geez, he's robbed his teammate Hilton of the mark of the day there, Lockie.
Could have been the mark of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, it was certainly up there. Kate Hilton, who's had very few touches so far.
Exactly.
So, just checking the Berri Better scoreboard, it's the Berri Demons that lead by 12, 3-2-20, leading the Waikerie Magpies 1-2-8 on the Berri Better scoreboard.
That's probably the first time Waikerie had moved the ball quickly into their forward lines, and as a result, they had two options there, Hilton and King, both hitting the ball hard, and this time making the set shot count.
Over 20 minutes played, first quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. We'll go around the grounds very soon.
A 12-point lead to the Berri Demons here, and I think maybe that breeze is worth about 2 goals, Lockie, and that might be it.
Could be. Ruckman fly up, no one able to get it. Demons, Benson gets a hand on it, but it's the Magpies. No, now it's back to the Demons, and that's Grieger for the Berri Demons. Kicks up to left half forward. He's going to get, talk about second efforts, third efforts. He's still hunting this one.
They've got a player over the back, but can't get it over to him. It's Pay holding the ball, incorrect disposal there against Jordan DeMott. Throws the ball back, this time free kick going to Trandaful, who looks up, goes across the ground to find Brad Burgermeister at half-back for Waikerie Magpies.
Gets a handball on quickly to Nitschke on half-back for the Magpies. Look
Oh,
for Timmy
wonderful
Bevan,
mark
intercept
there
from Hawkins.
Yeah.
I tell you, the Demons are beating the Magpies for pace today by a mile.
That's Franks over in the middle, takes the ball, drives it forward, and it'll be after disposal, and the ball's lobbed in the lap of Tyson Lindsay, who's about 45 metres out from goal for the Berri Demons at the river end. He was probably going to mark that anyway. It was quick football. Hawkins crossing it to the middle to Franks, who got it on the boot long, into space, and Lindsay ran onto it.
So, Lindsay kicking from 50, basically the painted 50.
Berri Demons having his 4th shot on goal this quarter, Lockie, for 2 goals won so far.
I'm going to call it 25 around from centre. Well, not quite. The ball's on the way.
Oh!
It's good, but
that is a mark.
line.
That is Darcy Minchella there, up over the
Wow.
pack, reaching over the pack, and he's literally taken it right on the goal line. He'll be taking a shot on the line, and this is an absolute certainty. That's
There it
a goal.
is. The Demons kick their 4th. And we have a game of football here this afternoon. The margin back out to 18 on the Berri Better scoreboard. This is 5RM Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark.
A couple of big marks in the last couple of minutes from Minchella. One at half back where he held Waikerie out, and this time right on his own goal line to convert for another goal. Excellent football here by the Demons. When they get it in the open side and move it, you've got to say, Lockie, they're handling the ball much cleaner than the Maggies.
Oh, absolutely. Efficiency much higher.
Couple of good players for them, really standing out, and the skipper is playing really well, Shay Hawkins.
So ball back to the centre. The Berri Demons wouldn't want to leak one now. Could be on for a 3-goal lead at quarter time. Ball flies up. Tapped inboard. Truscott tried to run through and grab it, but he missed it. Now Bevan for the Magpies. He was tripped. And that's play on. Umpire says no, he's going to bring it back.
No advantage there. That ball will go back to the Waikerie skipper in the middle of the ground to drive his team forward.
Just a small kick up foot, just a small chip over the top, finds Truscott.
See, a lot of players
here, still inside the centre square.
A lot of players behind the ball here, or in front of the ball. Nice lead from Hilton. He got away from it, and he'll have a shot for goal here after the siren. He'll kick it from almost on the 50 line, Lockie, going towards the goals and almost directly into the breeze.
We'll stay with this here at 5R Riverland football, then we'll go around the grounds. Hilton's not wasting any time here, Nobby Norton.
No, score currently Berri 4-2.
He's trying the barrel.
Holy
Looks okay off the boot.
One behind. Berri 4-2-26, leading Waikerie 1-3-9 on the Berri Better scoreboard here at the Waikerie Oval.
This is 5R Riverland football. We must go back to the Sideline View studio with Trevor Scott. Trevor, it's been a big day for you, but you're back at the studio. Thank you, Trevor. Game underway already here at Waikerie. Second quarter, it's the Berri Demons with an 17-point lead rather. Spenceley for Waikerie drives up to left half forward in front of Truscott. He's got a couple of metres, clean pickup, back turns back inboard, spot up kick inside 50, looking for King over the top. Hilton inboard, finds Turner. Turner inside goal. Has he kicked it? He has, and the Magpies respond.
I was just about to say, Lockie, that Waikerie have started trying to move the ball quickly, which they weren't doing in the first quarter, and Berri were, and we can see what happened there. Not only did they move it quickly and get a goal, but they had numbers at the ball, and that was on the back of Brad Truscott moving that ball quickly off half forward. Ryan Turner ran onto the loose ball and kicked the goal, which takes the score to Waikerie 2-3-15, trailing Berri 4-2-26 on the Berri Better scoreboard. Goal kickers so far didn't get the chance to wrap them up. All singles. For Berri, it's Kruger, Lloyd, Minchella and Lindsay. For Waikerie, King and Turner. 4 goals to 2 goals. We have game on, Lockie Winnell.
Margin back to 11. Back to the middle of the footy goes. This is 5RM Riverland football. Good tap from the Berri ruckman. But the Magpies mop that up and they say, this ball's not going anywhere.
Yeah, you could see the stark difference from the Magpies' first quarter effort in the way Spenceley moved that ball on very quickly.
Absolutely. So back to the middle it goes. So still with the footy in the centre square. This is 5RM Riverland football. Umpire balls it up. Now through the centre square. That's Benson. He's having absolute ripping game.
Yeah, onto his
to the
left
forward flank. The Demons, can they run onto this and make something of it? Back inboard. That was Ma over the top. Now back to Ma. Wobbly old kick to the top of the 50. Yes, Langford straight through, clean bowled. Tranderfield for the Magpies. Gets it to Heusler. Heusler bombs it up into the square. Oh, that looked very dangerous for a collision. But
Brad
the
Truscott
Magpies
couldn't
managed
quite
to
get his handle on it. Now
get them out the way. So now up to left half forward. Tack wrapped up from the Magpies. And we'll get a ball up. What would you say? 55 out from the Berri goal.
Yeah, it looks like Truscott for Waikerie coming into the game in the middle and starting to use the ball forward. Can't get the ball out of the pack. That'll be a free kick to the Berri Demons, who is being held onto without the football. He's 50 metres out from the town end, Berri, going to the town end into the breeze. I reckon to the non-scoring end, we'll say.
So to the top of the square, all but short. Nitschke into the side today for the Magpies.
Nowhere to go. He has to go short to the back lines. Finds Taron Brock over in the back pocket. He has a bit of time to look up, but no one to go to. Minchella.
Smothered from Minchella. Magpies a bit hurried. Get a kick out. Find Burgermeister. Now to B. B down the broadcast wing. He's got King out on his own. Top of the 50. Turns. Shoots for goal. Drifts wide.
How did he get out the back all on his own, Lockie Winnell? I can't work out what happened there. There's a bit of a mix-up in the Berri defence, and King over the back all on his own. Probably should have made a bit more of that.
He could have ran it all of 10 or 15 before there was anyone near him. But,
Thompson on a long lead here to half-back. Ball comes in. He takes the mark for Berri at half-back. Oh, look, he looks like he's limping a bit there, Lockie.
So Thompson a little bit slow at left half-back.
Hasn't done
taking
his
time. What's he going to do? Pops it up a little bit inboard, looking for Hinyardi. He was bumped out the way, and a good mark from Jack Burgermeister.
Handball straight on to Jared B in the play on. They're trying to move it as quickly as they can. Oh, Benson cut that off for Berri. Ball in dispute in the middle of the ground. No one able to get it clear from that pack, and the umpire says, I'll have it and throw it up.
So a ball up. 80 out from the Waikerie goal. Hinyardi's been done for a ruck infringement.
Gee whiz.
So dish out to Spenceley for the Magpies. Ball has to come back. Umpires, I think, are they conversing?
It's 25-metre
penalty. No, something's been picked off the ball here.
What?
So the non-officiating umpire has called something downfield, I reckon.
Yeah, that's umpire. Who's in the back play here?
I think that was umpire Linky.
Yeah, must have been something said, I think, perhaps.
I reckon you could be right there, because I can see one Berri player just arguing the case, which is not going to work anyway. Back to Waikerie.
Another one. Here we go.
50.
Here we go. It looks like it's Darcy Minchella here.
The card's coming out. That's a yellow. He's off for 10.
And that is for chat. Nothing but chat. Back chat.
So in that whole process, I don't know if Hilton had that kick when the whistle was going or what is going on here.
It's an extra 25.
So that'll take him to the top of the square, top of the goal square.
3 umps having a bit of a conference here.
Yes.
But umpire Linky's issued a yellow card to Darcy Minchella, who'll spend the next 10 minutes on the bench. He's come down to say, right, I've paid an extra 25, which will take Waikerie all the way to the goal square for a shot at goal. So who they paid it to?
Well, Hilton had the kick already, but because the ball was basically hitting his foot as the whistle was blown, so that one doesn't count. Hilton with the free, straight in front, that's a certainty. Magpies kicked their third, marching back to 5.
Yeah, well, we're a long way away, and the old rules apply, Lockie, that umpires never change their mind regardless of how much advice you give them afterwards, and you're better off keeping it zipped up, because if you don't, that's what can happen, an easy goal against you, and 10 minutes on the fence. That's undisciplined play by the Berri Demons.
Reading the body language of young Darcy, I will give him credit. It did look like it was a civilised conversation.
Yeah, I didn't think he was. Yeah, he certainly was. It certainly didn't look abusive at all.
No.
But maybe he was asking how, and the umpire didn't care for how he asked. Never mind.
So back to the middle it goes. 5-point ball game. The Demons still lead. No one able to really clear this one out. A wild kick, soccer, all bumped off the ball, and that's a free kick every day of the week.
Yep. Free kick to be taken by the Berri Demons right in the middle of the ground. Out wide, running from the half-back line is the Berri player. It looks like Rosenzweig, who looks up and will find Geordie Franks at half-forward for Berri. He gets on with it quickly like they have all game. Shoots it in towards his teammates. I couldn't quite make out who it was.
And now it's Tristan Geeman on half-back for the Magpies. Spots up Turner just in the centre circle. Small kick to the right flank. That's Burgermeister Jack. He's got a bit of space. Pops it over the top. No one able to mark it. Good bit of defensive play from the Berri Demons. They are hungry for this one. Right in front of the scoreboard, we'll have a ball up.
It's almost like they changed Guernseys at quarter time, because out have come Waikerie handling the ball cleanly and moving it quickly, and Berri have been a bit more tentative at it.
So a ball up. Scoreboard pocket here at Waikerie. The Demons are the ones that clear it out, but they kick it straight to Tristan Geeman for the Magpies. He couldn't mark it, but had a bit of time. Dishes back in board to Hilton, who looks for Truscott. Concedes a bit of ground, but centres the footy, and they're going around the key. This is a bit of a basketball move.
Yeah,
and
nice
King was the
Penaluna.
target, but it was the Demons that get the mark. Great mark from Penaluna.
Yep, he does, and coming at the footy, gee, it's on here. Nitschke with body on the ball, gets the handball, gets it back on the 1-2, but can't get an easy kick towards goals. And this looks like it's over the boundary line in the Waikerie forward line, right in front of the Waikerie hub, in front of the big crowd there on the balcony. There'll be plenty of advice coming from that area, Lockie.
Yeah. So a ball in. It's gone nearly over the back of the ruckman. Hilton knew where the ball was going to land. He read it well, but he had more time and he's wasted that kick. That's gone out of bounds and missed a lot.
After a quiet first quarter, Kate Hilton's come to life here with plenty of touches and a goal, and brought his team right back into the game, trailing by only 4 points on the Berri Better scoreboard. Waikerie 3-4-22, trailing Berri 4-2-26. Ball comes into the middle. This time King with it, snaps around the body, but can only kick it behind, which takes the score to 3-5-23. 3 points adrift of the Berri Demons 4-2-26.
This is 5-hour Riverland football for McDonald's Renmark. Enjoy the quality McCafe blend. It's blended by expert baristas just the way you like it. Rosenzweig's going to bring this one back in for the Demons. Swaying up his options here. Decides to go right to the broadcast wing. Has a bounce. It's a wobbly old kick, but finds a target, and that's Grieger.
He couldn't get out of the way of that. Nearly went through him, didn't it?
Bit of a Damien Fleming in-swinger, that one. Blast from the past.
Into the middle to Patrick Minchella this time. Takes the mark. He'll be the only one on the ground at the moment because Darcy's having a spell on the bench. Shoots the ball forward to Callan Lloyd at half forward for Berri. Now they're back moving the ball quickly again, but here he coming past again. Minchella shoots it forward. This time finds Lindsay on a lead for Berri, and he will shoot for goal from almost on the 50-metre line, maybe just inside. here at the town end. We'll have to go at the right-hand post, you think, with the breeze that's been carrying the ball across?
You'd have to think so. If anything, I think the breeze may be dropping out a little bit, but then again, I could be inside.
See, he's been dangerous up forward for the Demons today. Every time it's gone in anywhere near him, he's taken possession. This will be his 5th shot at goal, Lockie, for the game.
Yeah. Looking for a goal to the town end. Tyson Lindsay for the Demons.
Put it out there, but it's not coming back. That's a behind only. That's 1 goal 3 to him, I think, today, and that takes Berri to 4-3-27, leading Waikerie 3-5-23 on the Berri Better scoreboard.
So that is Tim Bevan with the ball now in the back pocket for the Magpies. Decides to go wide, takes the safe option, but intercept mark from the Demons.
Regan Kruger
on half forward now. They're going to bring this one back inside 50. To the contest. Hot footy, they all dive on it. There's Lloyd again.
Up. That was 3 Waikerie players.
A tackle from Hugo Krieger out of nowhere, holding the ball.
Yeah, look, Hannaford took too long and got no protection from his teammates, or no voice, and he was left sort of standing there, not moving much with the footy, and was pounced on.
Hugo Krieger, the Berri utility. Formerly a defender for the most part last few seasons, but up forward, he's got the ball, kicking from 45 out, all but directly in front.
Ball falls short, and Lindsay chips in. Came from the same direction of the ball, ran past Spenceley, who let him get past him, and he took the ball, took the mark.
People are giving Hugo Krieger a high five saying, well done. I don't think he meant to do that. That was going to go the whole way.
To watch one of those good ads that's on the telly, I think he shanked it, Lockie.
Yeah. Great mindset from Hugo Krieger. Just pop it out in front. Let Tyson Lindsay run onto it. Yeah. So Lindsay with the shot at goal. Where's he kicking this one from? 15 out?
Yep. And he's just had a shot from twice as far out in the same angle. I think he'll make no mistake this time, Lockie.
4 Magpies standing the mark, but it doesn't matter.
And he kicks his 2nd goal for the day. And Berri's 5th, they go to 5-2-32, leading Waikerie 3-5-23 on the Berri Better scoreboard. Lockie, that goal to Lindsay, it was one of those goals where, and I don't think it was because Spenceley didn't necessarily want it, but he didn't want to run the same way as the footy. He thought he'd have a teammate coming the opposite way, whereas Lindsay, he threw caution to the wind and ran with the flight of the ball, could see it was going to drop short, and took a pretty easy mark in the end, uncontested.
Took the game on.
Yep, he sure did.
And it's amazing how good a quality midfielder can spend in the forward pocket. How many years they can accumulate down there in Albie Norton.
Well, look, I tell you what, he has looked absolutely the best player in the Berri forward lines. That ball goes backwards and forwards, ends up with the Waikerie skipper who's Bevan, who shoots it across to Truscott. He looks forward for King. King can't get a handle on it, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a free kick for Berri for last disposal right in front of the scoreboard.
12 and a half minutes gone. Second quarter Riverland footy on 5RM for McDonald's Renmark. Scoreboard pocket. It's the Demons in defence with the ball. Penaluna just calling for some options.
He's having a good contest with King. King with the 1 goal so far, but Penaluna sort of getting in the way enough. This time out, so Hilton takes the mark.
Intercept, yep. The commentator's curse. So Hilton back in board to the 50, and that's Shaw. He's right on the painted 50 with the mark.
Yeah, Hilton certainly turning it on this quarter. Bang, over the top comes the spoil from Hawkins. Back to Hawkins on the back play. He gets it on the boot, leaving the Berri defence towards a pack of players on the wing, but Geeman up to it. Can't quite get a handle on it. Comes back.
That's Hannaford.
No, sorry, it's Hannaford.
He had a bit of time.
Hannaford, yep.
Loose ball now. Umpire's gone holding the ball. That was...
Yeah, it was more incorrect disposal than holding the ball, I think, Lockie. But anyway, Berri come away from defence with the footy. Look up, drive it forward, back towards the centre, but all on his own there. Uncontested's Craig Miller.
Craig Miller, the Magpie veteran. Kicks inboard. Oh, it's a big contest. That's a free kick.
Yeah, Benson making B earn that one. Oh, not B, Tim Bevan earn that one. He gets up though. He's equal to the task.
Closing speed from Bevan,
Yeah, shoots the Demons forward. This time King, second in line in front of Penaluma, takes the mark. He will shoot from almost 52 metres out. He fancies himself here a bit, Lockie, to make the journey.
Just
Strong mark, wasn't it?
Yeah, puts the ball on the ground, gets a bit of a reset in, lines up the ball. You going to call this one in, Nobby?
No, I don't think he'll make the distance, Lockie.
Okay.
Or if it does, it'll go right.
Has the kick from the painted 50. Nobby Norton, you are right on the money. It's dropped short.
Oh, off the
Magpies
pack.
front and centre have popped that through.
Off the pack, that was Ruben Rashudo, I reckon, wasn't it, that came through? He's claiming the goal.
McKinnon's gone touched.
No, it was B. It was Jared B.
That is a minor score. Sticks McKinnon was having nothing of that
I
celebration.
was waiting for it to go to the goal review, but the umpire was right on the spot there, and he called it touched. All the players
it was a
went up.
wild freak. It was a wild kick. So a minor score to the Magpies takes them now to a 9-point margin.
Jacob
deficit.
Grieber on half back. He looks up for Berri and switches it back. Mark not taken, but Berri clear the ball out of their defence, looking for Hunyadi, but Hilton pushed him out of the way, and then he came back for it and got the free kick. It's been advantage played here to Waikerie.
Umpires called something downfield.
No, he's bringing the ball back to
bringing
a
the ball
free
back,
kick for
righto.
Hilton. I know he's our current Willis medalist, Lockie, but I think the umpires are aware of that as well.
Okay.
Not saying it wasn't there, but, you know.
Yep.
But the good thing about it is, Kate Hilton's always playing the football, and you can understand why. He gets
hard at it.
perhaps free
But as you
kicks and
say,
he
a
does.
quiet start for Hilton by his standards. A small kick up, finds B. He's too far out, you'd think. Wheels around, pops it out, 20
Looking
out
for
in
King.
front of goal,
He's looking
and finds Hannaford, I reckon.
Yeah. No, I reckon that might even be Tristan Geeman, is it?
23 it is too. Tristan Geeman.
Don't see him down there very often.
Well, that's why I think I
Yeah.
gave the wrong call, because he's only on the halfback flank.
It was a kick looking for a player, like it wasn't a kick at goal from B. He was looking into that hot spot, and Geeman's drifted down there, taken a solid mark in front of the pack, but unfortunately he's missed the big white ones, and that takes Waikerie to 3 goals, 7-25, trailing Berri 5-2-32 on the Berri better scoreboard. They've had their chances, 3-7.
And maybe that's why Tristan Geeman spends more time on the halfback flank than up forward. But anyway, he had a go.
Yep.
So Berri bring this one back in board.
Thompson on a lead from half back.
Over the back. It's the Magpies with the mark. A great bit of play there from Corey Daniels, and he's found King.
This time it's King.
So the 7-point play for the Magpies is on. King with a shot at goal, kicking from 30 out, all but directly in front.
This is well within his distance range, Lockie, and after that last kick, I don't think he'll have too much trouble slotting this one.
King has his shot. Looks okay off the boot. The Magpies respond, and the margin returns to 2 points.
And that's his second goal today for the Pies, and he's looked dangerous up forward, as has Tyson Lindsay looked dangerous up forward for the Demons. Maybe it's a shootout between those two guys. They're the only multiple goal scorers so far. King with 2 for Waikerie. The other goal kicks for Waikerie, Hilton and Turner, singles. For Berri, Lindsay with 2, singles to Kruger, Lloyd and Darcy Minchella. Haven't seen him back on yet. Is his 10 minutes up yet? Yes, it is. He's back on the ground.
So back on the ground.
What's the rules there, Lockie? Another yellow and you're finished? Another yellow becomes a red, does it?
Yeah.
You'd be hoping they give him
Mind
some...
you, I did learn this week that a red card is not automatic 1 week suspension anymore.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
hopefully they're giving him a bit of chewing gum to keep chewing rather than getting his jaw flapping any other way.
So back to the centre, ball up, doesn't go too far, and we'll reset and go again. 2 points the margin. Waikerie Magpies yet to lead today.
You never know, the young fella might come back full of grit and determination and say, I'm going to put this on the scoreboard. Ball comes out of the middle, this time from from B. He's having a fair bit of it.
Pops it in, still loose inside 50. Truscott tried to run onto it. Berri defenders trying to get this one out and clear it out. There's Langford. He had a couple of goes at it, slipped through. Taken to ground with the ball. Umpire says, I'll have it.
Gee whiz, lucky to get away with that. He had an option, didn't take it, and then got dragged to the ground. So
It was Hawkins on the
he
bottom
almost
of that
had pride, didn't he?
pack. And Hawkins is going to have to go off with a blood
Blood
rule
rule.
here. So we'll have a bit of a pause in proceedings here.
Yeah, good game, 1 point the difference. Berri Demons leading by a point on the Berri better scoreboard. Hawkins, who's been a very good player for the D's, he leaves the ground, and on comes Regan Kruger. I did notice, Lachlan Winnell, that Jake Spenceley's moved forward a centre at the moment. He was sort of marshalling the troops off half back. He's now gone forward.
So a ball up, 45 out from the Magpies goals. It was...
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice little handoff to Cade Hilton, and the umpire did see it was a handoff and has called it as incorrect disposal. Free kick to Berri at half-back.
19 minutes played, second quarter. Berri bring it inside the centre square.
B. Well,
Jared B
there
from
we
the
go.
Magpies marks it. So the Magpies will reset and go again. Drives it long, wastes no time. Looking for Hilton. Over the back, has a couple of bites at it. Wheels around one, wheels around two. Kicks to the square. King, the target. Unable to mark it. A great bit of work from Penaluna from the Demons. And the Berri Demons, I won't say it yet, but now I will. They clear it out of their defensive 50.
That was Grieger.
Miracles do happen.
That was Grieger clearing that ball. And that's to Minchella at half-back, Darcy. Minchella at half-back. He's come up ground. Uses the ball beautifully across to Benson for Berri at half. He centres it across even further and finds Mitchell Folds, who looks in the middle of the ground and finds Rosenzweig all on his own in the middle. Tries to move it on, but no one to move it to.
Brings it out to DeMott for the Demons. Now Waikerie have a sniff. Tackles Truscott for the Magpies now. Picks it up. Finds Smith.
Rashudo there in the middle.
Rashudo in the middle. Just going to drive it wide to the scoreboard pocket. Over the top. There's Geeman again. Great mark with the fly to the ball in the forward flank.
I reckon Geeman's playing at centre half forward, Lockie.
Now chips up. Looks for Hilton over the top. Has a couple of bites at it. The second efforts are crucial here. Hilton, the king of the second efforts, gets a wild old handball over the top in the direction of King, who picks it up off the deck, but he was wrapped up as soon as he had it. And the Demons, again, clear it out. And Berri's defenders are working overtime, but up to the task.
That's Maher out there at half-back, is it? Or no, it's
that's Langford.
It's Langford again. He's had a fair game. Shoots it out in the handball
So
to
is
player
this bloke.
running past. Yeah, that's Jacob Grieger, wasn't it?
Yeah. He's had an absolute ripper today, and that one's wobbled out of bounds. I'm not sure if the umpire's going to say a kick or throw it in. So one of those ones that was half in, half out. There was a half hand on it before it went out of bounds, and we'll have a ball in.
You're right, Grieger's been solid at half-back.
70 around from the Berri Demons goal, but it's Spenceley for the Magpies that gets the crumbs first, and they drive it back towards their attacking end. With the bump, that'll be a free kick, I reckon.
That was Jack... That was Brad Burgomaster shooting that ball up there, I reckon. It's a bit too obvious sometimes when you bump. You can bump in the mark, but not that obvious. This time, Jack Burgomaster takes the mark at half forward for Waikerie, shoots it forward, ball comes loose. Plenty of Waikerie Magpies there, but they can't get hold of it.
It's like the, what do they call that when all the horses are running in one direction? The stampede with the Magpies running towards that one. This is 5 in Riverland football. A ball up deep in Waikere's attacking 50. But it's the Demons that clear this one out, and it finds Lindsay, who is a long way from home in defence. The Berri Demons have one player in their attacking half of the ground. Yeah,
the umpire calling that as touched out of bounds. Waikerie trying to get the free kick, but the umpire up to the task. Ball comes back in the middle. Big fist out from Thompson, but not to any teammate.
There's Benny Smith.
He's had a red hot go there in the middle too.
Solid last week too at Renmo.
Ball up again at half forward for Waikerie. Berri try and bring it out, but wrapped up again is Benson. Ball back to the umpire.
Just 1 point in the margin on the Berri Better scoreboard.
Up she goes again. Thompson with a nice little push with his hands. Had he just pushed him under with his body and thumped it forward, he might have got away with that. But Turner will take the free kick from the ruck infringement. Looks up, shoots it across the middle, and this time finds Brad Burgomaster. Handball's off to Cade Hilton. He's covering plenty of ground, uses the football magnificently there. Checked his play, looked back in the middle, and finds Tim Bevan, I reckon, isn't it?
It is, who gets it on quickly. It's dropped short of Truscott, the target, but the Magpies have still got their hands on it. There's Tristan Geeman.
Lovely kick.
Looked for a studio, he couldn't mark it. And the Demons clear this one out again. And there's Brody Thompson at halfback with the mark. Dishes out quickly to Benson, who bombs it on the right foot, high in the air. Couple of players underneath it. Geordie Franks gets a handball our way, tackled quickly. Not Geordie Franks, sorry.
It's Mike McRae,
Mike
we haven't
McRae,
seen him fine. He goes back again, and here we go, a little bit of language. I think that came from the coach's box down here, Lockie, from the Waikere's coach's box there.
Righto. The umpires are hot on this year.
Fair enough too. Yep.
Apologies for the wrong call there. This is 5 in Riverland football.
McRae will have a shot at goal. 30 metres out. 45-degree angle. Breeze coming across from his right shoulder. Although not a lot by the look of the flag out here, although it is tangled around the pole.
So McRae for the Demons. It's a minor score. So it's the Demons that lead by two at the half, three at half time. This is 5 Riverland football. We'll go back to the Sideline View studio with Trevor Scott. It sure is, Trevor Scott. We have a 2 or 3 point margin here at half time.
It's 3 points.
Scoreboard is still, the scoreboard's actually showing 1 point. So, 3 points is the margin here. It's the Berri Demons with the lead. Waikerie have not led all game, and I would hate to think the last time that Waikerie have not won a quarter at half time would be a very long time, Trevor Scott.
Oh, no, we'll have to wait for Bruce McAvaney to text us, Trev, on that one. But look, here at the Waikerie Memorial Oval, Berri leading. Goal kickers for Berri, Tyson Lindsay with 2. Singles to Regan Kruger, Callan Lloyd and Darcy Minchella. For Waikerie, their key forward, Sean King, with 2 goals, and singles to Kate Hilton and Ryan Turner. Better players for both sides, in no particular order. Brad Rosenzweig's had a little bit of around the middle. Shay Hawkins, their skipper's been good. Adam Langford's been solid across half-back. Jacob Gregg has been exceptional on his flank and given him plenty of drive. Tyson Lindsay with a couple of goals, and Matt Benson in the middle's had a fair bit of it. For Waikerie, Jake Spenceley gets his usual touches. I thought Hilton, Lockie in that quarter particularly lifted the Pies back into the game. Brad Burgermeister a little bit. Jared B's been very solid around the footy. Timmy Bevan's done a little bit. Thomas Truscott and Brad Truscott both in amongst it. And Ben Smith has had a couple of good quarters. Tristan Geeman jumped in a little bit that quarter up forward. Look, the big question here is, who's the fittest side? Who will run it out?
Just crunching the numbers quickly, I would be very confident in saying Berri would be a little bit younger.
Yep.
And perhaps maybe a couple of fresher legs in that side. And you know what? They've got a bit of confidence. They've had a sniff. It's a matter of holding on to those opportunities, because no doubt Waikerie will come back. Second half now underway. The siren sounds as the officials leave the ground for the half. It's Waikerie that try to get their hands on it first, but it's the Demons through Minchella that bomb it in 50. It's a loose footy off the deck, and that's a wild kick at goal, minus score.
Gee, it was a great pick up there by Kruger on the run for Berri, and a snap at goal. I think he had a bit more time than he realised, and it went through for a point only. First score of the second half to Berri Demons for a point. Jake Spenceley brings the ball back in for the Magpies, but only as far as Berri skipper Shay Hawkins takes the mark at half forward for Berri.
Kicks left to the pocket. Oh, one-handed effort, a remark, but it spills out of bounds. And
that was Archie Peltz. I don't think he realised how much he was in the clear-off, but he did get his hand on the footy and saved a free kick to the opposition.
So a ball in, left forward pocket for the Berri Demons. They currently lead by 3. Pushed forward. Now it's the Magpies, Waikerie, that clear it out. Heusler onto Bevan. But it makes it as far as the wing. Hugo Krieger for Berri gets it out to Shay Hawkins, one of Berri's best today. Chips it up, and umpire's called after disposal, so a free kick anyway. Minchella bombs it in ball to Thompson.
This looks better from the D's. They've lifted the... Hang on, there's 25 metres here. The umps has called. What happened there was Hilton was on the mark, moved off it, and on the mark came Stephen Heusler, but when he came on the mark, he stepped over it. So here we go, a 25-metre penalty. Not much of a 25 metres. I wouldn't want to be buying any land off this ump. He'd be a bit short-changed.
Maybe can he get a surveyor to check it off. So Brodie Thompson kicking from 45 out. That's a lovely kick. Brodie Thompson and the Berri Demons extend the lead.
Yep, and he needed all of those 25 metres, Lockie, to get that ball up there, because it had a little bit of altitude on it, that kick, but it was as gun barrel straight.
So the margin out to 10 on the Berri Better scoreboard.
Yep, and a very important first goal to the Berri Demons, who only kicked one for the whole quarter, going to the non-scoring end. And you said you went out and checked the breeze at
checked
half
the
time?
wind speed before. It was only about 5 or 6 kilometres, so it actually looks a lot more gustier than what it actually is. And it is definitely heading towards that river end here at Waikerie.
Back in the middle, the ball about to go up. Brad Burgermeister for the Waikerie Magpies and Thompson for the Demons. Thompson first hand on it, and then comes out with the football. Lopes out of the middle and drops it onto his boot, shoots it right up forward. No one be able to get a hold of it here. That looks like Lockie Nitschke first to the footy, brings it out of the defence, but only as far as Holtham. Two grabs, couldn't bring it in. Through goes Berri player who's been pinged for holding the ball, a back turn and a few other bits and pieces, but he couldn't break through. So
Yeah,
Waikerie with the footy.
Rosenzweig there.
Timmy Bevan with the ball at half-back for Waikerie, looks to take it forward, but Hawkins for Berri. Kicks it to his opposing captain, who comes up, holds the ball, shoots it to Jordan Murray, takes a wing right on centre wing here in front of us.
Omar brings it inboard. Misses the target of Archie Peltz, and now it's Spencer on half-back for the Magpies. Finds Tristan Geeman, I believe.
Yeah, Pelt's playing a defensive role on Jake Spenceley there. Ball comes out wide, this time to Jack
great mark from
Burgermeister.
Jack Burgermeister.
Against two players, shoots the handball across to B, can't find anyone to kick it to, but moves it forward looking for King from Waikerie, but that's Truscott Brad down there. He's quick off the mark, looks up and finds, all on his own in the middle, Nash Andrew. It's been a rare shot at goal for Nash. He's normally a backman for the Pies.
Yeah, just sort of bobbed up, unchecked out of nowhere. Great eyesight and great vision from Truscott to spot out the player.
Yeah, all on his own he was. He had plenty of time. He would take this shot for goal 45 metres out, directly in front.
Yep, kicking to the town end.
Boom. Boom, no doubt at all here. No, he's missed it. It's gone left for one behind, which takes Waikerie to 4-8-32, trailing
Yeah.
Berri. Is that score correct now?
Yep, that is.
6-5-41?
41 plays 32 on the
Yep,
Berri
so
Better
9
scoreboard.
points the margin. Ball comes out of half-back for Berri to Langford on half-back. So plenty of the footy, Adam Langford. He looks up, drives his team up the wing, but only as far as Hannaford it was.
We're going to get a possession
I've
here.
got that
Oh,
touch.
Ball has just about landed in our lap here at the commentary box.
Gee whiz, Lockie just missed out on a stat there. If I'd have been a bit quicker, I'd have been out the window and onto the roof. Maybe not.
Done a few things at five-room football, but that could have been a first. Ball in right in front of us. Burgermeister got the mark unopposed.
Oh, nice mark
inside
taken
50
there.
to his brother Jack. Now, they're screaming for it, but Jack's taking a bit of time, and maybe he fancies a goal. He's got the ball right on the painted 50.
He'll kick this from the 50, no closer, that's for sure. I don't think distance is a problem. I think that crosswind is more the problem down that end, isn't it? Blowing it across the goals.
Probably the breeziest part of the ground. He throws a bit of grass up in the air to see if he can get a bit of a read on where that wind's going.
Matthew Lloyd style from the AFL.
Don't know if that worked for him, but anyway, we'll see what happens here. So, kicking on a just short of 45 angle.
Oh, he's given it a beautiful ride, but
wobbly
the
old
distance
kick.
not there.
Yeah, lovely bit of height. Buried. Clear this one out. Looking for
Lovely kick to Minchella. Darcy Minchella takes the mark on the run at halfback. Having a run on the ball, looks up. Oh, beautiful kick in this time to Peltz, I reckon. Archie Peltz, isn't it? Yep.
He is getting more into the game as the game goes on.
He's got a player running past. It's Shea Hawkins, is it? Yep. Comes back to him in the 1-2. Now he's got time. Looks up, drives it forward, but two Waikerie players behind the ball. Couldn't bring the mark in. Off hands as Regan Kruger shoots it forward to Tyson Lindsay. He's got two opponents, and I think that ball was carried through by B. Off hands rushed for a behind. Takes Renmark to 6-6-42, leading Waikerie 4-8-32. A 10-point lead as Waikerie bring the ball out of half-back. Hannaford
spills out of bounds just on the 50, intercepted the boundary. At the Demons attacking end, kicking to the river end, which has been the scoring end this quarter. So going into three-quarter time.
There's another behind to go on that scoreboard, I think, Lockie. This is a 10-point margin on the Berri Better scoreboard.
Yep, that's what we've got on our Excel spreadsheet here, Nobby. 42 plays 32 because Excel never lies.
Yeah, take on the technology at your own risk.
You take out the margin error when you do the score yourself sometimes.
Up goes the
but
ball.
Anyway, good on the lads that are doing it today.
Ball comes clear of the pack. Heusler runs onto a loose ball. Handballs across to his teammate, which is Tim Bevan. Heusler fell behind the ball after he got rid of it. And the ball's gone all the way forward to Jared B, who will take the free kick for Waikerie. Looks up, shoots it in short to Ryan Smith in the pocket. Running the same way as the ball into the goals. He'll shoot for goal in the right-hand forward pocket. Breeze coming across his right shoulder, blowing the ball across the goals. 30 metres out on about a 60-degree angle. Lockie, I haven't got the protractor out.
That's a fair angle. It's basically right on the where the 50 arc joins the boundary.
So this will be an interesting shot at goal. He'll have to start this fairly wide to the right. No, he doesn't. It's all left, and it stays left, although up it goes. Not taken.
Still live. Minor score.
Rushed.
Takes the margin down to 9 on the Berri better scoreboard.
Rosenswad brings it back into play as quickly as he could for Berri. Ball comes loose.
Tackle
holding the ball.
Okay, he was tackled without it after, but the umpire was calling the holding the ball anyway.
Yeah, barely had it in possession. This will be Brad Truscott with the footy. Looks up across the middle, finds Brad Burgermeister. Handball's on.
Tristan
Gaiman shoots it across towards Sanford, down from half-back. He says, look out, fellas, I'm coming through. Jams it onto his boot, back into the middle of the ground. Ungainly kick, but gains distance for Waikerie. Ball comes out to Marr. He takes possession, but can't get loose of the tackle from Ben Smith. And that'll be a ball up right on the 50-metre line in the Waikerie forward line.
So still a live contest here at Waikerie. Round 5, Riverland footy on 5 RM for McDonald's. Renmark, a ball up on Waikerie. attacking 50. It was Minchella that got a kick away.
Yeah, Patrick
to
his brother. Yes.
And Patrick has just clonked that one out of orbit.
Yeah, that's Darcy's taken it.
It's a wobbly old kick. Run onto that one. Good luck. Now it's Penaluna who's up forward. Wheels back inboard. Went to handball, but then kicked it around the corner. Intercept mark.
Yeah, no one came to him. He was went to dish it off, but no one came to tackle him.
Umpires called something off.
Blood rule?
Yep, that's Geordie Franks. Yeah. I reckon it is too. Oh, that's quite a blood nose.
Yeah, he's got a blood nose. A couple of changes happening here. Onto the ground comes Benson in replace of Franks, and also coming on for Waikerie is Corey Daniels. I didn't see he went off for Waikerie, but Daniels gone onto the wing to stand Jacob Greger, who's had a cracking game for the Demons. All on his own back here and out of play is Ruben Rashudo, 40 metres from play without anyone on him.
I think they've just spotted it. Lucky for Berri.
Yep. Oh, cut out by Berri to Jacob Greger, but it cut out again. This time from Jack Burgermeister.
Oh, young Waikerie player went the handball. He was wrapped up with it. Umpire says, I'll have it, but I think that might have been lucky. Says no prize. So a ball up. Broadcast wing. Brody Thompson takes it unopposed. He was tackled high without it. That was Minchella.
Yeah, Patrick.
So he'll have a free kick. Broadcast wing. Berri kicking to the river end. 9 points the margin. 5 RM Riverland football. Kicks wide into the pocket. Drops short. Runs it over the line. Goes McRae.
Had the right idea. Just from up here where we're watching the footy, Lockie, you see how Berri spread, and they spread wide, looking for the change of play, which actually opens up the ball in front of them as well. Minchella up in ruck at the moment to Benson. Benson can't get clear, but Rosenswad can't get the handball clear.
As Mitch Folds tries to shark the footy.
Yeah, driven into the back, Mitch Folds. He'll get the free kick here. Gets up, looks to get on with it straight away, looking for Thompson.
It's Minchella.
Minchella, Darcy. Lockie, I was watching at half time when the Berri coach came out to Darcy Minchella before the play started, and he was motioning to him how he wanted more from him, wanted him to get up ground. It's exactly what the young fella's done.
It's good to see. So, Darcy Minchella having a shot from just inside the attacking 50.
Important kick for the Demons.
20 degrees, we'll call it.
Wonderful kick
off the boot.
Oh, wonderful kick.
And that's a goal for the Demons.
And that's his second for the day and takes them out to a very handy lead at the moment.
15 points the margin here at Waikerie.
So
the dream is getting closer to reality.
Both the Minchella boys having an effect in this quarter, and they're solid footballers, and that's Darcy's second goal. And Patrick picking up many touches too around the ground. Can't forget that Darcy Minchella spent the whole of last season at West Adelaide playing league footy. He's got the capacity to really take this game by the scruff of the neck, and he is. He gets straight out of that pack, run forward, gave an option, and would you say he rifled that ball through the goals?
Gun barrel straight. 47? I've got 48 plays 33 on the Berri better scoreboard, which is correct. So our scoreboard is correct. We are 1 point ahead of the local scoreboard here at Waikerie. A high orbit. Kruger running against the flight of the ball. It's courageous effort.
Yeah, it was.
Waikerie player collected him as he went for the mark. He's getting off the deck now. That was a hard hit, and that was a courageous effort. So we'll just have a bit of a pause in proceedings here, it would look.
Sometimes an act like that, you might look at it and think it's careless, but it wasn't. It was courageous. And that can be team lifting. Here's hoping the young fella gets up and goes on with it, because he's had a fair effort today in terms of the game.
It was Ruben Rasciuto that was running for the mark of the ball with eyes on the footy. So
both players looking at the footy.
Yeah, no malice at all in it. And Ruben Rasciuto's just staying with him as well. So,
if this was AFL footy, he'd be taken from the ground for a concussion test and the like, because he's been hit high above the shoulders. Always makes me wonder what goes on in regional footy.
Well, trainers are equipped now with the proper the protocols for the initial assessments now, which I think all clubs in.
Well, the good thing to see here is young Regan's up on his feet, and albeit with a little bit of help, going off the ground. Yeah.
It certainly would have taken the wind out of him.
Yeah, I think that might be more the case. Like he's.
Yeah. So he's just going to be taken from the field here, but he is up.
Is someone on replacing him, or are they waiting for him to come from the ground? Here he goes. Mitch Folds making his way onto the ground.
Yeah.
So obviously the umpire will still wait until he leaves the field of play before his teammate takes the free kick, and it's Jordan Marr, I think, has the footy, doesn't he?
That is Jordan Marr. So Jordan brings it to the broadcast wing and straight up. Mitch Folds has a mark.
They've used the ball pretty well today, Berri. Short pass to Thompson. On the wing, he gets on with it. Wheels straight around under his right foot and shoots a long one into the forward lines, looking for Minchella, who takes the mark. That's Darcy Minchella again.
Great mark.
You would say this is in his distance range, and the way he rifled the last one through, here's an opportunity for this young fella to take the game by the scruff of the neck and lead the Demons home, albeit only early in the third quarter.
Kicking from 50 out, you'd say 5 metres to the left of centre.
Distance won't be the issue.
Kicking to the river end. The ferry is landing on the other side as we speak. Will the ball join it?
Bang!
It's on the way. It looks good. Will it be touched? It's
That's
not.
a goal.
It's through for a goal.
So consecutive goals to Darcy Minchella, which extends the Berri Demons' lead in this game. And
21 points the margin.
You're thinking if you're the Waikerie coach down there, you're thinking, well, who can I play on him? He's got his biggest defender on him in Samuel Hannaford, but gee, he's still a couple of centimetres short of the mark, maybe 10. And,
I'm not sure that's the option. I think you probably want someone maybe a little bit quicker and a bit more of a, what would you say, a running attacking type.
I think you'd be looking to Tristan Geeman.
That's what I was
I'm thinking the same.
You're going to lose a bit of drive off half back, but he's going to take you to the ball.
Yep. And good effort by Thompson here. He's playing at centre half forward with Hyundai in the middle, tapping it out.
Doesn't go too far. 16 minutes gone on the Ricatera wine room clock.
Hunyadi in the middle.
Now in Renmark.
I'll tell you what, they've structured up well this quarter, Berri. They put their tools down the middle and trying to run their smalls off them. Ball over the top, but this time ball taken by Patrick Minchella, who couldn't break free. Play to advantage for Waikerie. This time Jake Spenceley looks forward, looking for King. Hits the ball, but spoiled away from him.
Jack Burgermeister gets a wobbly old handball out to Shaw. Shaw from the 50 just pops it towards the goals, but that's a minor score, and I think he knew it as soon as he kicked it.
Gee, it was on its way, but he had no other option but to have a ping. Shaw looking to work off the ground.
20 points the margin.
Looking for a change, and we got Tim Bevan looking to come back on, but doesn't get the opportunity to. Also, Heusler lining up for Waikerie to come back onto the ground. Ball comes out to our side here, Lockie. Looking for Darcy Minchella again. He punches it in the middle. Lovely little kick. Thompson becoming a real way forward for Berri. Takes the mark for Berri on the centre wing. He's a fair way up. Has someone out here on the half-forward flank. All on their own. Has 3 players. Benson's the one that gets it for Berri.
He went to play on and then propped, probably for good reason. Went to handball, then kicks it anyway. Inside attacking 50.
Minchella under the ball again. Hands up. That's Darcy this time. Can't get it clear. Ball comes out. Oh, plenty of Berri players here.
There's Hawkins.
Yeah, plays the 1-2, back onto his left foot and drives him forward again, looking for Minchella, who's too deep. Comes at it hard, but can't get a handle on it.
This is 5-0 Riverland football for McDonald's. Renmark spills out of bounds. A boundary throw-in 20 points the margin to my calculations.
Yeah, Langford takes the ball across the half-forward line for Berri, and now it'll be a boundary throw-in. Minchella coming up onto ruck against Burgermeister. Over the back comes again Berri players in the middle. Handball over the top. Berri player can't quite get to it.
It was Rosenzweig the target, but the ball was a bit quick. Still inside, attacking 50 for the Demons.
The forward pressure from Berri holds that ball inside their forward 50, and they've come out within 10.
This could be a big story developing in Riverland football this afternoon, that is for sure.
Yep. Thompson getting his hand to it first. Ball comes out wide this time to Jacob DeMott. Tries to get it forward, but it goes out of bounds. In the forward pocket will be a last disposal free kick to be taken by Jake Spenceley in the scoreboard back pocket for Waikerie Magpies. Looks up, finds B in the middle.
So still got a bit of time in this quarter, 19 minutes gone. Waikerie try to work this one out. They need to try and salvage something this quarter. Yet to score a goal after half-time. It's now on half-back. Can the Magpies clear this one out? A quick couple of handballs back. That was B, but he's handballed it straight to the Demons, and the Demons dive on this one because they are hungry.
That was Archie Holtham back in there, head down, backside up, working hard over the footy. Hilton up onto the ball for the Pies. They need him to turn it around. Maher in after it, jumps on it, shoots it forward. Ball comes out of the pack from Ben Smith, goes forward for Waikerie, but only to the Demons. Skipper again, Shea Hawkins, having a cracking game. Finds Mitch Folds out on centre wing for Berri.
Great mindset too, wide.
Yep, he will turn around and drive Berri forward, but he's not going to give it back easily. Plenty of players on the switch here. Cross to Maher, had to look into the sun. He has a player further out, but he's covered by Geeman, I reckon. But they got two out there. Now he goes to him.
So Berri Demons still at half forward. A wobbly old handball.
Yeah, Geeman.
Intercept from Heusler out to Geeman.
He was smart there, Geeman. He gave him enough room so they kick it to him, but wound him in quickly. To Ruben Rashudo, looks up, finding Hilton with a ton of space at half forward, all on his own. Gathers it in one hand, straightens up, goes towards goals, but that is a behind.
Minor score brings the margin back to 19.
You can't help but think
scoreboard.
4 goals, 10 for Waikerie is a tale of missed opportunities, Lockie.
Yeah, it's certainly a few.
Ball coming back in for Berri. They're looking
got that
for
as 4-11.
4-11, is it?
Yeah.
Well, even worse then. Looking to bring the ball back in, looking for the big fella Hyundi, and he can't get to it. But man, body over the ball. Hunyadi in hard. An unfashionable sort of a player, but gives everything he's got.
Absolutely. Gets to the contest and always seems to get an arm or a hand in there.
I'm calling him Hyundai instead of...
I like it. Oh, another tap there. Your man. A little courageous effort from Langford hunting the footy. Rashudo was after it, but we're getting the ball up. Broadcast wing now in overtime. 21 minutes gone. 5R in Riverland football for McDonald's, Renmark. Ball up again. Burgermeister. Jack taps left. Finds Benson for the Demons, and he just holds it up.
I'm not on any sort of cash for comments here, Lockie, but I'm going to keep going with Andre Hyundai.
I like it. So, Lockie Nitschke for the Waikerie Magpies. He tried to shark it. There was a loose foot. Umpire says play on. They're calling for ball, but umpire says, nah, you got to keep working it.
Out
and
it
Mitch
comes.
Folds for the Demons. Gets it out to Langford. Now up to half forward. Minchella couldn't quite mark it. Over the back, there is Sam Tranderfield. Had a ripping game last week at Renmark and playing a good one today. Drives it inboard across half back and finds Rashudio at a Jared B.
It was Geeman to back to B. Hard to tell, Lockie. They've both got a bit of artwork going. Here it goes. Back to Geeman again. This time it went back
Far
from
wing.
Samuel Tranderfield.
Has a bounce. Breaks away from the Berri defence.
Oh, a lovely
him,
mark there, taken by Geordie Franks.
Franks,
Yeah, courage personified there. Put himself on the chopping block, but gave it back.
Now Magpies up, not quite inside 50. Got Tim Bevan with the footy. He knows time's of the essence. 22 and a half minutes gone, third quarter.
Hilton providing plenty of lead, but he shoots the ball across, chips it across, and gets Jake Spenceley at true centre half forward, right on the 50-metre line, directly in front. He goes short, finds Hilton. Gee, Hilton did about 4 leads then, Lockie. He started, he stopped, he went back, he came. Clever footballer and always on the move. Gee, they need him for the rest of this game if they're going to get back in front.
It's going to be a big fourth quarter from him if they're going to win this one.
Firstly, they need a goal here, and secondly, they might need a few more from him in the last quarter.
Still a good crowd in at Waikerie today.
Yeah, it's game on still. Waikerie to come home to the scoring end at the river end, although the breeze almost non-existent.
So Hilton straight in front, 45 out, looks
Oh,
all right.
No mistake at all from the young fella there. And he kicks his second for the day, and Waikere's fifth and their first for this quarter.
It's been a long time coming, 23 and a half minutes gone. Berri coaches clearly wouldn't be pleased with that, but in saying that, they've held him for nearly a quarter without him scoring a major.
Yeah, and what we're seeing here is two of the best young footballers in the Riverland come to rise to the top here, and in Cade Hilton who kicked that last goal and the two previous goals from Darcy Minchella. We're seeing a little bit of the talent shine through, aren't we?
I like it. It's an exciting season of Riverland footy, and I think today is certainly proving that. Back to the middle it goes. Not much left in this third quarter. 5RM Riverland footy, 91.5 FM, 8on AM and 5rm.com. Lockie Win or Nobby Norton this afternoon. Hinyardi, your man, Nobby.
Yeah, he
got a
comes
good
out,
tap away and then picks it up off the deck. A backwards handball. I've never seen one. Umpire says you can't do that, Andre.
You'd see that sort of stuff in our rugby sort of codes, but not here. But he did try and get the ball moving. I think that's...
So Bevan now for the Magpies. Drives it inside 50. He knows they got to get on with it. Loose over the back. King tried to shark it, but the Demons.
Jacob Grieger again. He's high up in the Best Player Awards today. This is Ruben Rashudo, is it? No.
Yeah, the Magpies now go back inside 50. Can they get a mark? They can at Turner.
Through the pack he came from about 4
Turner
deep.
for the Magpies. Gonna kick this one from 35 out on a fair angle, right on the cusp of three-quarter time.
This will, if should he kick this, this will give Waikerie the momentum running into the last quarter. And I did quiz perhaps their fitness, but it might not be about that. It might be more about will. Turner looking straight into the breeze, shoots it out to the right, and he's left it right. I reckon it's missed everything. No, minus score. I thought he'd missed everything there, but no, it snuck in for a behind. That could be another cost him. That takes him to,
5-12.
5-12. And it might be a case of missed opportunities. Ball comes out a half back towards Thompson. Reaches over but can't bring it in. Punched on. Waikerie player in Corey Daniels tries to get through a couple. Turns around, handballs back to Tim Bevan. Over to Lachlan Nitschke. Fakes a handball. Gets folds out of the line. Shoots it forward. It's
Benson,
on out there.
The Demons, he went to dive on it, but now it's Jared B. Bombs it inside 50.
Almost.
Couldn't mark it.
Here he
Picks it up
goes.
off the deck. Snaps for goal.
And there it is.
Stops it.
There it is, Lockie. That now is the Berri better goal of the day. Not only for the way it was played, but also the importance of it in getting Waikerie back into this game.
So the margin now 6 points on my calculations.
So there we had it. We had the first two goals. We had 2 goals in a row from Darcy Minchella and 2 answering goals from Cade Hilton. It's on.
Brody Thompson's first of the quarter
Yeah.
as well.
But we had consecutive goals from Minchella and now consecutive goals from Hilton to drag Waikerie back into this game.
8-6-54 Berri lead at Waikerie. 6-12-48 to my calculations.
Hoping they can get that scoreboard straightened out at three-quarter time, because a couple of points like that in a close game.
Well, they've just updated it to 6-10, but that's not right to our numbers. We'll double check that.
Tim Bevan with his hands on it again in the middle, can't get clear of the pack. He's had an influence in this quarter. He's trying to pick his side up and lead them forward. Heck of a game of footy down here at Waikerie.
He's lifted in the last 10, that's for sure. So back in the middle it is. And that's, great bit of clearance work there from Corey Daniels. Inside 50, King the target. Beats him and the Berri Demons escape. It is a 6-point ball game here at Waikerie. 5RM Riverland football, the visiting Berri Demons lead. Trevor Scott, back to you in the Sideline View studio. Thank you, Trevor Scott. We are about to get underway. Fourth quarter Riverland footy on 5RM. We have a 6-point ball game and looking forward to what is going to be a big final quarter. Nobby Norton, it's been a ripping game so far today, and I cannot wait for these last 20 minutes of football.
Yeah, I know all the breeze is just popping up a little bit, but Waikerie sort of clawed themselves back into that game in the fact that they never let Berri get away from them like they did in the first quarter. One goal of difference. Anyone's game. Who's the fittest side at the moment?
We will find out very soon. Ball in the middle. Paul Ruckman just missed it completely. Jared B couldn't get a hand on it. Back to the Magpies though. Truscott forgot which way he was going for a second. Drills it inside 50. Rolled it wide. Heusler bombs it from the 50 to the square, but he's gone too far across.
Hilton's taken that. No, play on.
Berri trying to desperately clear this one out. Magpies kicking to the river end in this final quarter, which has been the scoring end of this game.
Hilton with 3 goals in the game, 2 in the last 5 minutes of that third quarter has dragged Waikerie back in. He's the key for them.
We have an absolute classic on today. Magpies out of the pack, try to shark it. Holding the ball is paid, so Berri get a free kick.
That was holding the ball against Jared B, I reckon, might have been trying to barrel his way through, or Ryan Shaw. Ball comes out for Berri, out towards to Shea Hawkins, their skipper, who I reckon's possibly their best player along with Jacob Grieger. Although he's got a few friends.
It's going to be a tough contest this afternoon. Pick best players in this game, Nobby Norton, just quietly.
Are you going to do it?
Well, I can do my 3-2-1. Maybe we'll both do it today.
Yeah,
we'll average it.
Hilton comes out of the pack, handball, turns around towards Nathan Andrew, who thought twice about it and didn't get on his boot, and it was knocked out of his hands. So that'll be a ball up at half forward for Waikerie, going to the river end, to the scoring end, and can they outscore Berri in this quarter and win the game? Because they need to.
Burgermeister pops out in front of
Hawkins.
Bevan, but he was beaten to it and will get a ball up. Still inside Waikerie, attacking 50.
Yep, wrapped up by his opposing skipper in Shea Hawkins, and that'll be a ball up, not much closer to Waikerie goal.
Just under 2 minutes gone. The ruckman flew up, couldn't quite get it, and will go again.
Another ball up.
Don't think either side has the ability to just lock it down and win from here. They still need to attack. Berri tap back inboard, still a dangerous footy. Waikerie, good paddle on the ground there from
Here he is.
They got it out in front of Hilton, who got a kick away when he was getting tackled around the corner. Inside 50, running to the pocket. Can the Magpies make something out of this one? They can't. It's the Demons again that half cleared it out. Now it's back to the Magpies. A pop shot from
Shaw.
the 50, not for the 50.
Off hands through for one behind, narrows the margin to 5 points in Berri's favour. You kind of get the feeling that Waikerie are a bit more dangerous in their forward 50. Berri trying to get some run going out of their back lines. Look up, but only as far as Hannaford coming forward for Waikerie and knocks the ball out of bounds. That'll be a ball in from the boundary line on the Waikerie half-forward line, far side of the ground. Waikerie looking very dangerous here. A goal will put them in front for the first time for a long while.
Umpires called something. Was it just another ball in?
He wants it balled back in.
5-0 Riverland football from McDonald's Renmark. A ball in, 80 around from the Magpies goal on the far wing. No one getting that one clear, and we'll have another ball up.
Another ball up. It's almost like every possession now becomes very important.
And 3.5 minutes has gone in the blink of an eyelid in this quarter. On the Ricoterra wine room clock, now open in Renmark, and it is 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock, Lockie.
It's 1 o'clock on the Ricoterra wine room clock.
It comes out of the pack. Benson gets it onto the left foot for Berri, but can't get it forward. Hang on, out of the pack comes number 7 for Berri, Callum Lloyd. Handball, chain of handballs, back to Shea Hawkins. Forward to centre, looking up and getting on the lead. I think that's Geordie Franks, isn't it, on the lead?
McRae, I reckon.
McRae?
It is McRae.
Yeah,
yes.
it is. He's been solid at half forward for him, a presence. Looks up, chips it forward, looking for Darcy Manchella, one hand up. Went over his head nearly, and that's why he had to reach with the one. Waikerie with players behind the ball, comes out to Jake Spencer, who looks up and finds on the half-back flank Tristan Geeman, I reckon, is it? Or
it
is
it Tristan Geeman. Just pops it up. It's a small kick. Finds Jack Burgermeister, being one of Wakerie's
back
best
to
today.
Geeman, who runs past, looks up again, But this time turns it over to his Berri opponent. Chips up to Patrick Minchella over the top, this time to Marr. Back to Minchella.
Oh, Minchella.
Through he goes. That was on to Safrolides. And he finds Tyson Lindsay. I was about to say at three-quarter time, Lockie, it might take a bit of Lindsay magic if the Demons are going to win this.
Oh, umpires, something behind play that unfortunately we've missed.
Yeah, I think it was just a clash of players.
Minchella was dicing through traffic, and yeah, there could have easily been a clash there. So
yeah, both players up. Looks like blood rule.
So Patrick's going to come off.
Yeah, and also Cade Hilton coming off with a blood rule. Wow, this could be. You don't want him off the ground for a minute, let alone 4 or 5. Off comes Patrick Minchella. On goes Geordie Franks. Adam Langford coming off, being replaced by Jordan DeMott. And here we go, Hilton coming off with the blood rule. Yeah, he's got a cut on the side of his face, Lockie.
So that's going to be a couple of minutes at least.
Yeah, it looks like he might need something there to just patch that up.
So back to the footy. Lindsay's going to have his shot at goal now after a bit of a delay.
Directly in front, 25 metres out. A very important kick for Berri. He nails it. And there's the first goal of the last quarter to the Berri Demons, which restores a 2-goal lead almost to them. 49-60, 11 points. I don't think that's the winning score yet, Lockie.
5 Riverland football. Berri kicking to the town end, which today hasn't been as favourable for goals, but the breeze is somewhat getting worse, so maybe that could change this quarter. Yeah,
that's Lindsay's third goal for the day. Also on 3 goals is Darcy Minchella from Berri. Singles to Thompson, Lloyd and Kruger. For Waikerie, Hilton with 3, King with 2, and Ryan Turner with a single.
Back to the centre it goes. 6.5 minutes played. 4th quarter Riverland footy on 5RM, round 5. What a day it is. Thompson, he was tackled with the footy after the ruck contest, but
didn't have it. Play on.
Free kick, so Berri free kick inside 50. It's a foot race for it.
McRae first to it, body over it. Not clear by Waikerie. Try and get some run off half back, but the Berri guys, 2 against 3, managed to hold it up. That's an important win for those 2 Berri guys. They were outnumbered in that contest, Lockie, and they've held it up long enough for a ball up.
So a ball up just outside Berri's attacking 50. There was Truscott, now Geeman. Gets a handoff to Brad Burgermeister, but goes to the ground, and we'll get another ball up.
That goal of Lindsay's has lifted the Berri Demons, and I think they can smell a consecutive victory here.
Oh, yeah. This could be a big one. Ball up in front of what is now the historic and former clubrooms of the Waikerie Football Club. Out the back of the ball end. Berri get a kick away inside 50. McRae's trying to get underneath it. Hits the deck, and he's going to get pinged for holding on.
That was Marr that got the ball forward for Berri, but free kick in the back lines to Waikerie. Ball comes out to Nitschke at half back. He's right on the defensive 50. Looks up, tries to switch it, has to go back short, but over kicks his teammate, who was B, as far as Darcy Minchella. Tries to get it forward, but it's smothered. Ball comes back to Geeman, who spots up a teammate running past. A lovely little kick. Another handball out. Ryan Smith out to Hannaford that time. He shoots the ball up, but with a 9-iron. Through goes Truscott, Brad Truscott. Can't get a handle on it and get it forward. And that'll be a ball up 40 metres out from the Waikerie goal, heading towards the river end.
This is an absolute ripping game of Riverland football. We could be on for the biggest story of the season so far today. The Demons visiting lead by 11.
Minchella up first hand on the ball. Berri come out with it from defence. Look up wide, but only into the hands of Geeman at between wing and half forward for Waikerie. Looks up, squares the ball across and finds Brad Burgermeister at half forward. They're getting on with it every time they can, Waikerie. Oh, a bit of a shank and cut out at half back by Geordie Franks for Berri.
Bit of a wily veteran these days, Geordie Franks. He knew what to do.
He looks in pretty good nick, Geordie. He's moving well. Shoots the ball across on the switch to Brad Burgermeister. No closer to the goals. He looks up and finds on a lead, on a long lead. Jordan DeMott takes the ball well clear of his head. Another short kick to Shea Hawkins this time. Wow. Keeping possession of the ball, Berri, but not getting much further away from their defending their goals.
So DeMott, one of our contenders for the Young Charger
today. Here we go. Oh, clever football by Franks there. Couldn't take the mark, but handled it back towards Hawkins. 2 grabs, ball not taken cleanly by the player. Umpire will come in and ball this up on centre wing.
9.5 minutes played. Fourth quarter, Riverland footy on 5RM. The Demons lead by 11.
I can't help but feel that should Berri kick the next goal, they might be almost there, Lockie, but should Waikerie, it's game on.
Good tap. Heusler and Bevan both argued for it, but they got a kick away loose. But
Here he
straight in
comes.
front of Shea Hawkins for the Demons, who responds. Just bombs it long to the 50. McRae, the target.
Plenty of Waikerie players here at the back line.
Out to Bevan for the Magpies. Still up the wing. More Demons than Magpies. Truscott working hard. The Magpies still sense they can salvage something here. An inboard handball. Oh, great desperation
on the
by
football.
Safralides. He dived on it. Still a loose footy at the side. Umpires said holding on. And
That's
it'll be
an
a
interesting
free
call.
kick to
B
Berri
gets-
Demons.
Oh, he's paid it the other way.
Yeah. So Jared B for the Magpies picked that one up thinking it was his free kick. They've wasted no time and kicked it
Ball
on.
clears the pack. This time it's can't get a handle on it. It looked like it was going to be Archie Pelch. If he could have just reeled that in, he was off to the goals. It'll now be a boundary throw in. Desperation, stakes every time that ball rolls free, Lockie.
And in what is proving to be a close season of Riverland football, every win is crucial this year.
Thompson in
Ball
ruck,
in.
hands up. Spenceley tries to come through with it for Waikerie, but back in, Darcy Minchella takes possession, but wrapped up by Brad Burgermeister. It'll be another ball up. Minchella in ruck against, no, it's Thompson in ruck against Burgermeister. Tries to get it forward. This time it comes out the back. No one can get a handle on it. Oh, through goes Sanford. Holding the ball, he's just taken. Oh, hang on.
So there's a lot of... This is a hot game of footy. Waikerie with the free after all of that.
Oh, courageous effort by
Thompson for the
Thompson.
Demons.
Tries to take the mark, running with the ball. Here it comes forward to McRae.
Penaluna, I reckon that was.
Yeah.
He's going to get the free too.
Yeah. Oh, it is Penaluna working
Up
forward,
forward.
yep. Drives it deep into the Demon forward line, looking for Tyson Lindsay. Comes at it, but can only help it across the boundary line. It's up the right end for the D's. How are we going for time, Lockie, there on the... I know it's wine time, but how are we going?
It's 12 minutes, just about 12 minutes gone on the Riverland wine room clock. Now open in Renmark. A ball and inside Berry's attacking 50. Minchella's working together to try and move this one forward, but it's Waikerie that get a kick away. Not many targets. Ball back inboard like a wrong one.
Gee whiz, Thompson's having a red-hot go here, isn't he?
And Langford for the Demons. Got a wild handball away. Still loose footy on half-back. Jared B.
Had a great game, B, for his team.
Looks, that was King, that's Gaiman on half-back. He's probably been one of Wakerie's best today.
Yep.
Holtham for the Demons couldn't dive on it.
Oh, I
Waikerie get
love-
away here, they're off, but they're not.
Gee, that was a good.
Oh.
That was a very important tackle by Holtham. Waikerie had him
Oh, yeah.
outnumbered 3-on-1, and they were off to the races if they got that free of the
You
pack.
saw that. If that just wobbled the wrong way there,
Yep.
Waikerie were off. A ball up.
Out the pack, the ball comes, this time from Franks.
Spenceley tripped over it, but umpire says play on. There was nothing in it. The Demons
that
bring
was
it in
Ma.
forward. Langford over the back is in front of Langford. He was tackled without it. Another handball back to Minchella. Darcy
Whoa.
pops it up. That's a 9-9 kick.
Tell me about. Ooh.
Oh, minus score.
Gee whiz, that would have been goal of the day, Lockie, if that had gone through. But it's a handy point just the same.
That was.
Takes the margin out to 2 straight goals in favour of the Berri Demons on the Berri Better scoreboard. The ball comes back into play, this time running a long way by the Waikerie defender. Almost a good mark taken out in the far side. Umpire's going to say, I'll have that one, fellas. Cade Hilton back on yet, Lockie? I haven't spotted his orange boots anywhere.
I haven't seen him yet, no.
Must be still getting stitched up. That could have been a pretty crucial injury to lose him for a while. Ball comes forward. Mark taken at half forward by Berri, and now there's a 25-metre penalty. Brad Rosenswald copped a bit of treatment from his opponent after he got rid of the ball. Umpire's now coming down and giving a 25-metre penalty from where the ball was mark was taken by Berri Demons. You can't help but think, Lockie, should this go through the goals, they might be almost there.
Well, it's 14 minutes gone now.
Would need 3 goals plus some change to get past them.
Ball's on the way. Is it okay?
Oh, he's missed again.
It's not, but that is a handier point than the previous one, Nobby North.
It is it? What's that
Well,
take?
that takes it to 13.
13.
So
Right. Don't
makes
be-
it 3 kicks to win now for Waikerie.
Yep. Spenceley to bring the ball back in for Waikerie. They haven't got time to muck around. They've got to go towards their goals. But sitting out here, they come out to Brad Burgermeister. He can't take the mark. Berri with numbers on the ball. Shay Hawkins tries to get it forward. Out of the pack comes Waikerie with the ball. It's back to Spenceley working hard. He gets taken without it and will have the free kick. At half back for Waikerie.
They're going to have to move it on quickly.
He's looking for options. He has one. He has someone on the switch, right out wide on the far side. Looks up. Oh, smothered by Darcy Minchella. Goes back on it. And that's a win for Berri. A ball up there at centre wing. That ball was heading forward for Waikerie. To have a ball up there, that's a win for them, a small win. And they need lots of them if they're going to have the big win at the end of the day. Brad Burgermeister loose behind the play for Waikerie. Not sure if that's what you need. Out of the pack comes B. Handballs to Timmy Bevan. He shoots it up looking for someone, but cut out at half back. This time by, I can't quite make him out, but I reckon it might be Holtham back there perhaps.
Let's have a look.
Ball comes out of the back line. This time Rosenzweig. Yeah, it wasn't. Safalees. Rosenzweig across to Grieger at half back for Berri. Gee whiz, he's had a cracking game. Goes back into Rosenzweig. He drifted forward. Now true centre half back. Goes short again. Across looking for Darcy Minchella. Oh, sorry, for Patrick Minchella, and finds him back on with a bit of headgear.
Yep, got the tape up. Patrick moves it on. Looks for McRae. Tries to shuffle his opponent.
Oh, 1 on 3, and he wins the football for Berri.
Over it. Now it's Craig Miller for Waikerie. He had nowhere to go, and it walks it over the boundary line, albeit with a bit of assistance. So a ball in.
McRae's effect on the game, Lockie, has got greater and greater for Berri as it's gone on. Just the little things he's doing at half forward to give them a look at the footy.
The master of the one percenters.
Yep.
Ball in. That was Marr that was taking the contest for Berri. Out the back, Bevan tried to run onto it.
Yeah, doing everything he can to get his side forward.
Looks for Burgermeister. Good pick up off the deck.
Smith had a great game, drives it forward. Oh, almost.
Safralides in defence, but he couldn't quite mark it. Truscott was tackled with the ball. Waikerie still trying to move this one forward. There's Ryan Short, just bombs it up to the top of the 50. Get under that, good luck. And Mitch Folds, I reckon that
he claimed the mark, but it was play on. That handballed it straight out to Shay Hawkins, who shoots it across to Safralides. Now here's an experienced head. Shoots it back across, looking for Rosenzweig, but wide of him. Can he get a handle on it? Around, he's got Geeman as an opponent out there, and that ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Both sides sucking in the deep breaths here. I think the tempo's gone up in this last 5 minutes, Lockie. It's game on.
I've got 62-49 on my very better scoreboard.
McRae coming off, and Penaluna coming off. He couldn't blow out a candle. He's puffing. And here we go.
Yep.
Berri again. Thompson out the back here, all on his own at half back.
Oh, good bit of thinking intercept play there from the young Magpies, trying to chase that one down. Umpire says play on. Still going towards the goals from the pocket.
That was Thompson. That was Bevan. Couldn't quite get the goal. I think the umpire's decided the whistle's in the sock, fellas. She's play on from now on.
That got the margin back to 12. 5RM Riverland football from McDonald's Renmark. Nearly on 18 minutes gone on the Ricketerra wine room clock.
Brad Rosenzweig to bring the ball back into play for Berri. Looks up, looks for the big fella out this side, looking for Darcy Minchella. Goes long and high to him. Can he take another mark? Up against Sanford. Can't pull it in. Nice punch from the back. Oh, nice don't argue there from Corey Daniels to Ben Smith. He drives Waikerie forward again. Handball out to Truscott. Truscott, another chain of handballs towards Tim Bevan. Gee, he's done everything he possibly can to get his side back in the game. But the ball shakes loose to Rosenzweig from Berri, who looks up
Langford.
And finds Langford. That was a front-on tackle, yeah. He had no option.
Yeah.
The ball was going over. Langford was going to take the mark. He had to go at him and make him earn it.
Yeah.
And he did it fair. He didn't hit him high. Langford looks up, shoots the ball across to Jacob Grieger. Plenty of time, but still looking to get on with it.
Grieger, just a little pop shot inside 50.
Yeah, here he is.
Yep. And that's a mark. And they're calling for a 25-metre penalty. There's a bit of...
He did give him a little bit to go on with, and brother Patrick going in there saying, don't you be doing that to my brother.
My umpire not officiating seen something here too, and I reckon this has been reversed. Okay, right. So Waikerie waste no time and get this ball on, but Shaw had to hold up, pops it over the top to Turner. Turner on the right forward flank, ran into the traffic. Waikerie still with the ball at half forward, pops it inside 50. Get under that, good luck. Safralides punches to the boundary line, and that is the sign of a true contender.
Look, I know that was there because Patrick Minchella went in and sort of moved the player off it, but they missed the first one where his brother got whacked behind the ear after he marked it anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to let that stuff roll because you know, hang on, I missed something. He's not just down there holding his head because he's got an earache.
The match review committee will have a big week this week, that's for sure.
Yeah. And other sort of things that can sometimes change the results, Lockie. But anyway, back into it. Little time left in this game. Berri holding an 11-point lead on the Berri Better scoreboard. 12-point, is it? 12.
To my calculations.
Waikerie needing 2 goals plus some change to get a win. 2 goals to draw it. I would think time nearly beyond them.
So a ball up, half forward for the Magpies. Good tap from Jack Burgermeister, but it's gone to no one.
Out comes the handball to Timmy Bevan, who's had a great last quarter. Finds on the lead. No, play on.
Now it's Safralides for Berri. Gets a handball out to Grieger.
Back
over
the ball
top.
goes.
Oh, it's bounced the wrong way, but Saf manages to get back on it. Puts his head under it and just dives on it. And umpire says my ball, and we'll get a ball up.
Fair bit of feeling out there.
I'll tell you what, we may have found the newest rivalry in Riverland footy, Nobby Norton.
Yep.
Forget about Barmera Monash and Renmark. This is on.
Here it is. Hit out from the Berri ruckman, but only as far as Smith from Waikerie. He handballs it out, but goes back and gets it. He's had a fair last quarter. Guernsey pulled without having his hands on the ball. Looks up, chips it wide.
Run.
He takes the bounce. Archie Peltz looks up, crosses it in the middle, but only cut out by his Waikerie opponent in Samuel Tranderfield at half-back. Met his grandparents the other day. It's volunteer week, Lockie.
Oh, yeah? Are they big fans of 5-room footy?
They are.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Shout out to them today. Waikerie still inside, defensive 50.
Back to Ben Smith. He's been one of the Waikeries best.
Overtime, 22 minutes gone.
I'm
getting close to calling it.
B also a solid contributor for the Pies. Goes wide, but no wheels there for the Waikerie player in Bevan. He's run himself into the ground for his team today, and he is fair dinkum out of gas.
22 minutes gone. It's the Berri Demons with a 12-point lead over the Waikerie Magpies.
Tell you what, Lockie, here's possibly, to give you a bit of a hint, one of the people I've got up high in the road, and that's Shay Hawkins. Drives it forward. Darcy Minchella drifts across the pack, but can't get his hands on it.
Benson just bombs it inside 50. That was the right call. Grieger tried to get underneath it. Mark shared between 2 players, but it's
Hannaford with it. Hannaford with it, sorry.
Yep.
Shoots it out wide to B. Another kick for Jared B. Looks up, shoots it over Grieger's head, but the ball's run on. He's back on it.
There's Heusler.
Sorry.
Tackled by Holtham, and that's out of bounds.
Holding the ball.
Heusler's not happy. It's a debut. There it is. That is a decade in the making. The first time the Demons have beaten Waikerie in over 10 years, Nobby Norton.
Is that scoreboard correct, Lockie?
My scoreboard is 9-8-62 to Waikerie 6-14-50. That's what I'm going to roll with today. A 12-point win to the Berri Demons.
Yeah,
and the season of Riverland footy is going off.
Magpies unable to goal in that last quarter.
How is that? What a day for Riverland football.
Good game of footy.
It's been one of the classics. One to remember for a while. We will unpack this and go through all of our awards very soon, but if you're a Berri Demon supporter, just remember where you were on the, check the date,
Look,
24th of May.
They're back. 2 wins in a row, they're back.
Trevor Scott, back to you. We'll come back soon.